and the bushes, and the grass, and rape. Nearby, there is a call. Mother's panic. But the man was not afraid. On the contrary, this child is profitable, thinking even more cruelly. I heard that your father is disabled, has long since passed away. I want to make your mother come back, being a woman again. Just like I did to you. To protect her mother from being hurt like herself. The girl picked up a stone on the ground, slammed the beast bearer in front of him, until he was smashed. The new form stops. This is a touching movie that has made countless viewers cry. Some people even watched it once. Who cried that time? The girl's name is Jun Zhang. She recounted the whole story, work in the interrogation room. However, the police thought that she should not hit people. Although it has been violated, at least the criminal must live to plead guilty. Moreover, they had previously have known each other for a long time, so it is impossible to prove Yun Zhang was coerced. As long as you don't get hurt, everything else is not important. It turns out that Jun Zhang's father has passed away, died of illness many years ago. Only she and her mother live on each other. And her mother is a people with hearing impairments leading to the inability to pronounce and talk normally. Jun Zhang regularly teaches mother's pronunciation. In order to earn money for medical treatment for mothers, she went to school and worked part-time. However, although their mother and daughter, so pitiful, God is not spared. That day, Jun Zhang visited his mother. She was suggested by the demi-demon master. When she left, the owner of the opportunity said to Jun Zhang's mother, "By the time he was still not graduating, and let me go. I'm a hesitant person. You are rarely hard to find. I'll make her happy every night." Hearing these words, Jun Zhang's mother was astonished. She woke up angrily and slapped the boss in the scene. Bosses don't joke with their daughters. I didn't expect that this slap was complete. We're all angry with this demon. At noon, the owner went to the cafe, where Jun Zhang works part-time. Jun Zhang saw that the boss of Yu's mother greeted happily. The boss ordered a cup of leaf coffee. Jun Zhang kindly said, "Thank you." He took care of his mother. "Let me pay for this coffee." The boss looked around for a while. His gaze naturally turned toward Jun Zhang. Looking at Jun Zhang's slender body, his gaze couldn't leave. In the evening, Jun Zhang's image is still clearly in his mind. Under her questioning, an evil thought arises. So, he ambushed on Jun Zhang's way home. This is also the opening scene, beginning of the story, because they cannot prove that they have been abused. Finally, Jun Zhang was arrested, sentenced to 5 years in prison. However, when the trial ended, her mother, people with hearing impairments, still do not understand anything. She worriedly asked about her daughter's classmates. When you see the verdict result on the phone screen, she understood what had happened. She frantically rushed out. The daughter is clearly the victim. Now he has to suffer the crime of manslaughter. Where is fairness? Where is legality? The helpless mother was precious before. The judge's face begged. Wants to pray for his innocent daughter, but even though their mother and daughter were crying bitterly, it is also impossible to change fate. The tragedy of her daughter. The prison door was completely contained. Cut this miserable mother and daughter in half. Jun Zhang started life in with the code 2037. Who would have thought that on the first day in prison, Jun Zhang was taken by an short-haired girl's bullying. At first I thought everyone here is an irredeemable evildoer, until your roommates stretch the compartment to know short-haired girl is gendered emotional control disorder. When the disease develops, she will lose control and attack others. At this time, a roommate, corner detection. Jun Zhang's mouth was beaten and bleeding. Another roommate immediately gave ointment for her. This is the first time she received warmth in prison. That night, Jun Zhang couldn't sleep. In his heart, he was full of warmth. I don't know who to confide in. Can only curl up in the legs, quietly shed tears. The sky was already dim. The prisoner next door just discovered Jun Zhang. I cried all night and fell asleep. But even in sleep, tears still wet her collar. The prisoner said to the eldest sister. Jun Zhang cried all night. I don't know what crime to commit at a young age. Thus, had to go to prison. Looks pitiful, Captain. The eldest sister immediately told her fellow prisoner not to talk anymore, but pay more attention to her. Therefore, after dawn, the prisoners brought to give Jun Zhang the new cleaning tools. Moreover, while eating, they also bring out delicious food. Has been a long time to invite her. This made Jun Zhang's heart feel the warmth again. When people introduced the anxiety in prisons, Jun Zhang was only interested in one thing. What kind of job does it earn? Get the most money. Although he has lost his freedom, Jun Zhang is always thinking about his mother, are living alone outside. Before the incident, she studied and worked part-time. Every time I receive a salary, she buys her mother a cake, mother's favorite sticky rice. And the mother is happy every time. Gave her a chrysanthemum. Although the chrysanthemums are beautiful, but Jun Zhang understood what was going on. Tell your mother, from now on, don't pick flowers for her anymore. Because they can also receive pain. Her mother pronounced it, because it made her hear. Unclear and unwilling to talk, Jun Zhang asked for a ring to teach his mother word by word. Although she didn't want to, you have to practice speaking. At least when meeting people who don't know the language, symbols can also be dialogued. Dad is no longer there. If you're not here, what should you do? Unexpectedly, she said it turned out to be true. Jun Zhang never thought she would. Must be divided in this way. The first day of work, when taking attendance at Jun Zhang Weekly, were reminded by the prison guards. What is it? She is a new inmate. Oh, why don't you answer? Yes, I am a new inmate. Prisoner No. 2037. Remember carefully. This is her name and identity here. Do you hear it clearly? Yes, I know. When it's time to work, Jun Zhang obviously didn't know what to do. She just stood dumbfounded and learned. And do things like that. And porters. When the work is finished, the car girl asked the warden a question. Please, what? When will I get paid? She asked this surprise that made her fellow prisoners, and the warden didn't know what to do. The warden said, I don't know where you heard these words, but from now on remember carefully. This is not a normal society. She had to understand her identity. Coming here and thinking about making money, it was a wonderful dream. The warden's words immediately extinguished a little hope. New hope. The group, in Jun Zhang's heart. She hid in the corner. Cannot be integrated with the air supplement. The joy of fellow prisoners. Please be quiet for a moment. Because you're so young. Jun Zhang can't adapt with life here. This made her fall into the vizia, fear and insecurity. Just beside realizing this, so he sat quietly next to her and began to tell his story. Advised her to always look at everything in a positive direction. Don't keep it in your heart alone. Writing a letter or praying is fine. Something had to be done to survive. Jun Zhang listened to the eldest sister's advice. Bravely wrote his first letter to his mother. Mom, is there anything wrong with you? If you're not feeling well, remember to go to the doctor. Don't suffer just to save money. I live very well. Everyone here is very good to me. Mom, I'm sorry. Since that day, Jun Zhang seemed to be a different person. She began to be active in and face to life. Do all the cleaning in the room. The inmates were surprised by her change. She went to work yesterday. Was hit on the head by a hammer. Jun Zhang accepts the arrangement. No son of fate, and gradually adapt to the living a boring life in prison. That day, my mother visited Jun Zhang. Also, brought her favorite pizza. She asked the prison guard to help give it to her daughter. It's a pity that the warden is right away. According to the provisions herein, do not bring food from him outside the prison, as much as I would like to help you with this. But if I transfer, not only affects me, but also detrimental to her daughter. Hearing about the effect on girls, Mom immediately withdrew what she had brought. Before meeting, Mom has practiced many times in front of the mirror, in the toilet words, will tell her daughter. Although he has practiced many times in front of the mirror, but when he met his daughter, she still couldn't hold back her tears. Mom, it's very troublesome to come here. Why did you come to do something? My mother is living very well. My daughter is the same, right? Your mother can talk a lot. Thank you. I have to apologize to my mother. What do you thank me? Thank you for teaching me to learn and talk. Thank you for being my child. Through the iron doorframe, mother and daughter cried like rain. After the visit, Liu's mother looks back every step when leaving the prison. That day, when checking the room, the warden found out that Jun Jing was high and lay motionless. She was taken to the infirmary to be treatment and condition have somewhat improved, but just as she was about to leave, the camp school informed she had bad news. You must already know, right? What are you saying? I'm pregnant. This news is like a hand-to-hand fight. Junjing was completely stunned. She couldn't believe she was carrying, pregnant with that beast child. She didn't believe Chang Zheng's words. At this time, she was completely out of control. She rushed out like crazy, into prison staff, and chased after her, until a door, the big iron blocked her way. Open the door, I opened the door. Mom. At this time, Junjing was extremely distressed. Why is God so unfair? Her actions resulted in her being locked in a dark room. Did she lie on the floor, extremely desperate and help prisoners when they know the truth about Junjing was also very heartbroken. At the age when you should be wearing uniforms and then eat and sleep. Now she has to go through it again, the tragedies of life. When it comes to the baby in the womb, fellow prisoners are also divided. Should that baby be born? The baby is innocent? He must be born. Damn, what innocence. The baby was born a sin, damn it. But now, no matter what, Junjing still had to give birth to the baby. Because the Korean forces at that time did not give, allowing pregnant women to have abortions. In order to appease Junjing, the director of the prison asked. The eldest sister came to visit her. At this time, Junjing's stomach was full of high marks. The eldest sister was heartbroken and handed the shirt back to her. Girl, even if it is difficult, we must try to overcome it. Miss, I want to live on. Then the eldest sister took Jing was tired again. The prisoners quarreled over the baby. Even the two sides of the opinion, in the opposite direction, they still fight. As soon as he returned, Junjing didn't want to eat anything. The eldest sister advised her to eat, if she wanted to live. So that I don't know about this. Junjing refused to see his mother. Mom worried and asked if there was anything wrong happened to his daughter. The warden hurriedly explained, there was no problem. It's just that she doesn't want to see anyone right now. Why? Why doesn't my daughter want to see me? Sorry, I can't help you. My mother didn't know anything. So she came again the next day, visited but was still refused to meet. Just like that, my mother came for many days in a row, but still couldn't meet his daughter. Mom was sad, she didn't know what to do. She didn't understand why girls don't want to see me. Naturally, Junjing didn't want to see her mother, because he was afraid that his mother will not be able to hold the cow. When she learned that she was pregnant, that day during business hours, bullies from the cell to tease Junjing. They don't just mock the child in her belly, but also want to teach the girl herself. Karma is a lesson. When Junjing didn't know what to do, a familiar silhouette comes out, appeared from the crowd. If you die, this will be the 6th person I killed. It's worth looking forward to. Eldest sister, you're wrong. I told you not to move to my family. Sorry, I know the mistake. It's my fault. Who said you dare not listen to me? Then bear with it. Just like that, the timely appearance of the eldest sister saved Junjing. However, Junjing can't accept the truth and want to solve the problem on their own. She broke the glass in her office, wanted to use a piece of glass to end the pregnancy. Fortunately, the short-haired girl played timely and prevent the tragedy. The eldest sister advised Junjing not to go. Demean yourself like that, but should seek help from the auxiliary, women, or social organizations. This will create pressure from public opinion. And can reduce the penalty. However, Junjing stubbornly did not want to get help. Sorry, I don't want to get help. This made the prisoners incomprehensible. Compared to here 5 years, all his life, he had to hide from people's eyes, makes him even more miserable. More importantly, if she knew that she was pregnant, an already unwell mother will definitely be shocked. Now I live alone. It's hard enough. She didn't want her mother to be, because of her, subjected to more discriminatory eyes. Everyone saw this, and didn't say anything more. The eldest sister advised Junjing to be respectful. Opportunity of the second session. Perhaps the jury and the judge will understand his feelings. Thus, they can consider him as a victim. This not only helps me get out of prison soon, but can also have an abortion. My fellow prisoners also advised me not to hurt myself too. It is thanks to everyone's encouragement. Junjing has the courage to live on. Not only that, the prison superintendent also exchanged Junjing a lighter job. Everything is progressing in a good direction. In the evening, Junjing finally lost the courage to write a letter to his mother. Mom, how are you? If you meet your mother, you will be very miserable. So I didn't have the courage to meet my mother. Don't worry about your child. Mom, I love you. That day when I was working, Junjing stumbled upon a roundabout outside the high wall of the prison. When she was daydreaming about a beautiful future, then severe pain in the abdomen, pulling her back to reality. She was crawling on the ground in pain, and then was urgently taken to the hospital. After checking, the problem was discovered. For a nun following, months are too small. The weight was only 300 grams. Do you know where? Why not? Does the child understand what his mother is thinking? Because she was rejected by her mother. So the baby kept hiding in the mother's womb. Therefore, it is impossible to develop. The prison warden asked anxiously about the baby's health condition. The doctor said everything was normal. The heart rate is also very strong. This was the first time Junjing had heard, see the baby's heartbeat. Although the sound of the baby's heartbeat, in very weak computers, but in Junjing's hands, it sounded a deafening nail. On the way back, the prison superintendent asked Yun. Jing wanted to eat something. She immediately replied that she wanted to eat glutinous rice cakes, because it was her mother's favorite dish. It seemed that she missed her mother very much. In the evening, the prisoners were all dense. Junjing, caregivers, afraid that she will have a cold stomach, also prepared a warm water bag for her. However, the heartbeat of the heart, a new life is about to emerge. As a curse that made Junjing unable to close his eyes all night. Very quickly, the day of the second session came. After the debate between the two sides, Junjing is truly identified, have been sexually assaulted, but because it caused the other party's substance, still convicted of excessive defense. In the end, Junjing got his sentence reduced to 1 year in prison. In a few months she will be free. The crime was finally cleared. Her fellow inmates were happy for her. The eldest sister asked Junjing what she wanted to eat. Or is there anything you want to do? Junjing nodded and said, I want to see something. What do you want to see? I want to see the cypress. She would pretend that she hadn't heard anything. The eldest sister finished speaking and left, because there are no flowers and grass in prison. However, in the evening, the prisoners decided to help. Junjing fulfilled his wish. Each of them got up to go to the toilet for a while. The next morning, when Junjing opened the toilet door, the scene in front of her made her extremely happy. On the wall of the toilet, the prisoners were full of flowers, the cypress flower that she likes. As it turned out, the prisoners all remembered what she said. She gently stroked the flowers on the wall. At that moment, she finally smiled brightly, bright according to his age, and the good deeds of fellow prisoners. She remembered it in her heart. Not only are prison friends good to her, the director of the prison also did not forget what Junjing said last time and bought for her favorite glutinous cake. As her belly grows, Junjing also seems to have their own plans. The fake girl just had a headache and couldn't sleep. Every day I go to the medical room, take 2 painkillers. At night, when the prisoners were all asleep, she secretly memorized the word medicine in a context of medicine. She also painted a painting, favorite cypress, and wrote a long letter to his mother. The prisoners didn't know the story of Junjing hiding the medicine. They also eagerly prepared for the baby is about to be born. Someone named the baby. The 2 eldest sisters are still sneaky, sewing small pairs. New happened to be managed, PAML, and detection. But the warden is strict. Every time. This does not stop. That quietly left A. The needle box points to the morning. Even the short-haired girl is as hot as cream. Also secretly made toys for the child. Baby from parts in the repair. Everything seems to be moving forward, in a good direction. But no one understands the intention of Junjing, even though the child is innocent. But for 19-year-old Junjing, you're not at fault. Finally, the day of delivery came. Junjing tried to return to the room. She didn't call her fellow prisoners, as if prepared in advance. She didn't hesitate, take a large amount of painkillers. Tears spread down her cheeks like the jade beads broke the string. After that, she used all her strength to hang. The letter was already written on the door. Junjing is awaiting judgment of fate. Because she, get ready to be with your child. The baby went in and died. When the prisoners returned from work, Junjing has fallen into a dying state. Loss of consciousness. Everyone almost burst into tears. The short-haired girl screams more and more, called Guangjiao. Is anyone here? Someone is dying? Junjing is quickly taken to the emergency hospital. The doctor pressed her stomach. Hope you can cooperate to give birth to the baby. But Junjing didn't use it at all. Any strength. Completely uncooperative. Patience. Please try. This patient. Otherwise, it will be dangerous for pregnant women as well. No matter how hard the doctor tries, it is also impossible to save a person, have lost the will to live. She was determined to use her way to say goodbye to this world. At this time, the prisoners were all anxiously waiting, couldn't even swallow the meal. At the same time, a fellow inmate received a discovery letter out of Junjing's suicide letter. I'm afraid I won't come back. Should write this letter. You must be very miserable too. Thank you for your care. And eating the fruit. His damaged heart. I just got over it. Around this time, I am very grateful, and also very sorry to you. Dear Miss Hesu, I also want to go to college like you. It's really too regretful, but I'm really happy when he met her. Dear Miss Lila, why did I meet you so late? I feel both angry and heartwarming. She was even more affectionate than she thought. I really want to show it off to everyone that you are my aunt. I really want to be with you. Days before leaving. I'm sorry. Sister Jiang Mi is both beautiful and kind. The body is beautiful. Why are there so many flocks? He liked her like that. Hope you will meet someone. Men are honest with themselves and live a sweet and happy life. I was very curious, and I really want to see her wearing a wedding dress. I have something I want to ask you. Anza is beautiful. After she returned to society, keep your hair long and try makeup. Although she didn't realize it. But she is a beautiful woman, the most I've ever seen. Sister, don't cry alone anymore. I beg you always. At this time, Junjiang's heartbeat on the hospital bed decreases rapidly. She should have had a bright future. Finally, she closed her eyes forever with it, anger and heartache. What crushed the rope, finally in Junjiang's heart? I remembered the scene where she met her mother at the police station. Then, in Junjiang's words, she was completely desperate for the future. I've had enough of having to look sharp. The faces of everyone at school. If the whole world stopped, pity the mother and child. Without you, probably won't be able to. I can bear it anymore. As a child, who has murdered? I didn't do anything wrong. Some people say you're a murderer. Pointing his elbow at the child. If that really happens, I really won't be able to breathe. Because of the intrusion, Junjiang has taken a huge psychological burden. But in the end, the child himself cannot be aborted. Because pregnancy pushed her into desperate. That's the real reason why she chose to leave this world. After receiving the news, her mother ran to the hospital despite everything. Even if you fall and lose your shoes on the road, she still did not stop to see her daughter. I never expected to see you again. Girls will be a scene like this. Looking at his daughter lying down on the hospital bed. What she didn't believe is happening in front of us. She touched her daughter.
Enjoyed the video? Hit subscribe, drop a like, share with your crew, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let's talk movies.